Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of High Prairie Kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing my favorite goose recipe with you, and the reason it's my favorite for 3 reasons. It's quick, it's easy, and most importantly, it's delicious. It's called flying prime rib, and you'll see why soon enough. So here we have our goose. I just drained the water off of it. The next thing I'm going to do is trim all the fat off so it's just the meat. Alright, so we got all the fat trimmed off these breasts, cleaned up pretty nicely. Now we're going to take all these ingredients and make the marinade. First thing you need to make the marinade is extra virgin olive oil, and you need a cup of that. There we go. Of salt, we're using kosher salt. Coarse salt is what the recipe calls for, but same thing. 1 tablespoon of coarse ground black pepper. I like black pepper, so I might put a little bit more in there. There we go. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. There's 1. And 2. And then 2 cloves of crushed garlic. And I'll show you how to crush garlic. You just take a knife, long one like that. Put your heel on your hand on it. Smash her down. Crush garlic. Just like so. And you just throw the whole thing in there. And there's your marinade. Okay, then you're just gonna whisk it around, get it all mixed up, evenly as you can. Should look something like that when you're done. Then you just take your goose breasts, you throw them in. Just like so. Here we have our goose in the marinade. We're gonna leave it in there for 2 hours, put it in the refrigerator, and then come back. You'll want to flip it over at least once, that way you get a nice even coating of marinade on both sides. But we're gonna let it marinate for 2 hours in the fridge, and then we'll come back and grill it. So while you're waiting for your goose to marinate, you can make the sauce for it. And it's pretty simple. It's just mayonnaise, sour cream, and horseradish. Now this is all ground up already. You can use fresh horseradish. I've tried both ways, didn't really notice too much of a difference. So all you need is a ½ cup mayo, ½ cup sour cream, and a tablespoon of horseradish, and you'll just fold it all together. And this is what it'll look like. So we got our goose here. It's been marinating for 2 hours. Got my grill on high. I've been heating it up for a few minutes already. All you got to do is you throw the goose breast on. Just throw them right on the grill. And you want them as high as it'll go. And we're just going to leave them on for 9 minutes, about 8 to 9 minutes aside. If you use a smaller breast, you don't have to cook them as much, but we're going for medium rare to medium. Depends on your take, but you don't want to overcook this bird, so we're going to basically sear it, and you'll see what happens. We've had these geese on both sides for 9 minutes each, ready to come off now. Should be medium rare. Oh, almost lost it. There we go. Alright, so we got our cooked goose here. The last thing to do is cut it into about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch strips. You can see it's got a little pink. Yeah, that's about what you want to see. That's perfect. Yeah, that's what you want to see. So you just cut it into strips like that, and you, however much you want, get some of your horseradish sauce and enjoy. If you want a recipe to introduce someone who's never had wild game or who has had bad experiences with wild game before, particularly geese, this is the recipe for that, because you can't even tell what it is. You can tell them beforehand, but I want it, just tell them afterhand, let them try it, let them guess what it is. They shouldn't, if you do it right, they shouldn't be able to tell.